Any team in world rugby pitching up at BT Murrayfield these days is going to feel a lot more optimistic about facing a Scotland team shorn of the services of Stuart Hogg and Finn Russell. But it shows just how much this Scottish side's stock has risen in recent times, when some bookies were still offering Scotland at 7-1 on, even without those superstars in the ranks. Italy were 6-1 against, but that would have shortened slightly on 6 minutes when Tommaso Allen stroked over a penalty after a Scot was deemed offside. But 6 minutes later, Scotland were in front, Duhan van der Merwe flying through there for as good a finish as you'll ever see after they'd declined a couple of kickable penalties. But straight from the kick-off they made the cardinal sin of conceding a penalty. Allen made no mistake with a three-pointer and Italy were back in front. The next 15 minutes were spent largely in the Italian 22, but the Azzurri lost prop Danilo Fischetti to the bin for what seemed like the umpteenth scrum infringement. And from the resulting scrum, Blair Kinghorn dummied his way over for his 11th international try, then added the extras for good measure. But Scotland could make no more of the numerical advantage and actually spent a period defending their line before the teams headed down the tunnel with the hosts only 12-6 to the good. Kinghorn's 12th Scotland try came 4 minutes after the interval, using his bulk to good effect after Scotland had knocked hard on the Italian door. 5 points became 7 and there was daylight at 19 points to 6. And yet Italy refused to die, and on 62 minutes they hit back. Allen the beneficiary of a wonderful grubber by Paolo Garbisi, and this took the scoreline to 19-11. Scotland by this point were starting to frequent Angus Gardner's bad books, and Garbisi knocked over a decent penalty on 65 to make it a 5-point test match. The remaining 15 minutes were more nervy than they needed to be for Scotland, but some fine defence, then a wonderful breakaway saw Blair Kinghorn bring up his second hat-trick against Italy, and a bonus point win was in the bag. A fine result without Messrs Gray, Graham, Hogg and Russell. So 3 wins and 2 narrow losses surely represents a decent campaign for Gregor Townsend's men. Whether or not such form is enough to see Scotland emerge from a World Cup group of death will remain to be seen, but the capacity crowd leave happy this afternoon. Final score here at BT Murrayfield: Scotland 26, Italy 14.